Okay, this is a huge, huge, huge concern. And I don't care if you just started on Doordash and you're paying to be a signature store, which is 30% of your sales. It's a lot of money, and you need to do it right. It's really important, especially now, because restaurants are going out of business every day because of the pandemic. So, if you want to stay on DoorDash or you want to be really a good restaurant on DoorDash, you really need to pay attention on how you set the time for your incoming orders. It's ultimately important. Now, I'm going to tell you what happens if you don't do it right. One, dashers get sent to your store. Gallon of gas is around $3 right now. This is August of 2020. In other places it's higher, in other places it might be a little bit lower. When they have to drive across town to pick up your order so they can keep those wheels rolling, because the more orders they get, the more money they make. Dasher gets paid $3 to pick up your order, okay, and deliver it to the customer. So it would be real nice if they don't have to sit in their car waiting with the gas running and the air running because your order is not ready when it was supposed to be when they got there. Two, when Dasher has to decline the order, it's like all of a sudden the person's gone that was going to pick up the order. Now it's going to take time to send another Dasher. Okay? And, I've seen restaurants where 4 Dashers had to come in on one order because it wasn't ready. And that's just wasteful. Every time a DoorDasher has to decline your order because it's not ready when they walk in the door, it affects their ratings very, very much. It also affects yours. It's reported to DoorDash on a computer. The next one is, every time your restaurant comes up for an order on the app to a Dasher, if they're tired of going to your place and waiting on your food, they have a selection that says, I don't want to go to this store, or order not ready. And every time that gets clicked, it gives you really bad rating on DoorDash. If you have an employee that's really rude to a Dasher, and they purposely tell them things like, well, we hate DoorDash, and they purposely hold up orders, don't want to make orders, make Dashers sit there and wait, especially brand new baby Dashers. That's not nice. Everybody needs work right now. When it gets to be too much of a problem, then DoorDash just yanks you off their platform, whether you pay for it or not, whether you've been nominated or you're paying for the service. So if you want to sell some food or products, you need to get it together and do it really quickly, because it's not a joke. So let's go over something. When you get an order on your iPad, now if you do it through the computer system, you're going to have to make arrangements to adjust that. You can call DoorDash, they'll help you. There's lots of YouTube videos about it. There's lots of stuff on the internet on how to do it. If you're really confused, go to a competitor and that runs DoorDash. They usually have stickers on the door or whatever. And talk to the manager when it's not busy, when it's not their lunchtime or dinner time, and say, hey, look, will you help me understand this iPad? Do you do yours with the iPad? And then say, I'll give you $20 towards your next lunch or dinner at my place, you personally, if you just help me out. A lot of times they'll say, I don't need all that. I'll be glad to help you out. It's really worth it to you, okay? Now, when they send you an order, you get a screen, and it'll say how many minutes. It'll be like, ready now, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, okay? And you need to do that. Now, if you have a deal with DoorDash where they call you, whatever, you just tell them how long it's going to be till it's ready. Let me tell you what ready is. Okay, you got the order. How long is it going to take for you to walk to the kitchen to put the order up on the rail for the chef? Okay? How many orders is your chef working on now? Okay? Because you have to figure out how long it's going to take before they get to your order. How long is it going to take to cook the food? In a fine dinner house with fresh food, it takes 7 to 8 minutes to cook one meal. Okay? One meal, one person meal. I don't care where you're at. I don't care what you're cooking. Alright? Now, how long is it going to take for somebody to pack it? And that means pack it so it's ready to go out the door. How long is it going to take for your employee to hand it to the dasher? Okay? And this is really important on how you select your time slot. When it says how long till the food is ready on your screen. Well, obviously, it's not going to be 5 minutes unless you're just, picking stuff up off the shelf. But you still have to bear in mind the person that's preparing the order, you have to walk over there and put the order up on the thing and talk to him, whatever, when you put the order up. There's 2 minutes. It's got previous orders before this order. Are you going to put it before those orders? Or does it go after those orders? Most people that do to-go make their to-goes go fast and keep their in-house orders slower because it keeps the customer there and they buy more. As long as they're sitting in that chair, they'll buy more if you sell it to them. So if you've got 10 minutes worth of orders to be cooked before that order's been up on the rail, that's already 12 minutes. If it takes 7 to 8 minutes to cook it, okay, and it takes them 3 to 5 minutes to pack it up, and it takes 5 minutes for the girl to get to the dasher to find out the name on the order, go find the order and hand it to them, because she may have customers she's waiting on unless you have somebody that's designated that just does to go. Then you need to set your time for this total. Okay? Because already right here, you've got 12 minutes. And here you've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minutes. And you got another 5 minutes. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've already got 30 minutes right there in just getting this order processed. So don't pick 5 or 10 minutes, because that's not going to work. Because Doordash is going to send a dasher over there, and that food is supposed to be ready to walk out the door. They should be able to go in there and say the name to somebody that's available, not wait for you to wait on all your customers and stuff. And, then they have to go find the order or see if it's been cooked or whatever. That stuff's already supposed to be packed up and ready. Okay? Set your time for a realistic time. We don't want to know how long it takes you to cook the food. We already know this. If anybody that's been in the restaurant business, which I have. I've been in the bar and restaurant and hospitality business for a lot of years. And I know all these things, okay? And I've had to do them. I have had to be a chef for a minute, which I hate. But there's people that love that. When people don't show up to work, you got to work it. So, be real about your time. Because right there it says it's 30 minutes to pick up an order from your store. Okay? That means it's ready, packed. The dasher comes in, says the name, gets it handed to him. It's supposed to be ready. It's not this 5-minute thing. It's not 5 minutes it takes to cook. And the dasher comes in. It says on your iPad, there's a dasher present to pick up this order. ready and waiting. Dasher waiting. Okay? It doesn't mean, wow, Dasher's waiting, I guess I'll cook the food. That's not how it goes. It means there's a Dasher waiting on your property, either in your parking lot or in your building, and they're coming in there and going to call out that name, and you need to have that food ready to hand to them. That's the way it's done. Do not set your time incorrect and make everybody wait. I go into these restaurants and I can see their iPad. Okay, I know one in particular, a friend of mine owns it. I walk right over and look at their iPad, and I can see Dashers clicking on where it says Dasher waiting, Dasher waiting. And the restaurant's busy, and I can see that there are no to-go orders on the shelf that are ready and packed. Okay? I've had to wait as long as 2.5 hours for a pizza order. One pizza in Destin, Florida at Papa John's. 2 hours in a huge storm. Back when Doordash wouldn't let you get off of an order, they refused, absolutely refused. And it's like, look, you need to take me off. I've waited all this time. I have lost orders. I'm soaking wet. I'm tired of waiting. You know, there's 15 people waiting there for to-go orders, plus they're delivering. Wrong. I've waited an hour and 10 minutes at 2 different places. At a Thai place and at Chili's. Why? Why is that? The worst one is Red Lobster. Red Lobster, as soon as you get over there for the order, it's going to be another 25 minutes before it's ready. Because they don't know how to set the time on these orders. It's wrong. And make sure to go in from time to time and look at your outgoing message to the Dasher. Because a lot of you restaurants do not update that message of the instructions to the Dasher. If you have a car hop that brings up food orders out, put that on that outgoing message to the Dasher, because it goes right to their phone and they read that. If it says stay in your car, we'll come to you, or it's on the shelf at the left side of the exit, or only go to the small counter that we have set up for to-goes, whatever, put that on there so the Dasher knows. Put a valid phone number on there for them to call and say, hi, I'm here in your parking lot. Not something with a bunch of messages on it and push this number and push 4 to get to this and 3 to get to that and 2 to get to that. We don't have time for all that. We're wasting gas just sitting in your parking lot playing that game. So, keep everything up to date. If you don't know, go see somebody that has an iPad and let them explain it to you. It's ultimately important. Okay? Because if it's going to take you 30 minutes to get that order ready, you need to put on there, food won't be ready for 30 minutes. Okay? You don't click the 5-minute one because it takes 5 minutes to make the food. No. It means food is ready to go. Handed to the Dasher, ready to go. It's packed, ready to go. Okay? So pick the proper time. Do not waste time, because one, it's going to make a lot of Dashers mad because they don't get paid when they decline that order when they drove all the way over to your restaurant. And two, you're going to get pulled off Doordash because they don't have time to play with you. Okay? It's a big girl's world. So put your big girl panties on and get with it. I mean, you know, I know it's hard for some people in this age of computerization and whatever. Go to YouTube and look at videos. Call Doordash. Have them explain it to you. Read your book. Read your instructions. You know, read all the paperwork that came with it. You know, go to a neighboring restaurant that does Doordash by iPad and ask them how they do it. They'll probably invite you to watch them process an order or two, you know, and offer them something. Say, hey, you know, if you get a chance, I want you, just you, personally come by I'll give you $20 in food from my place just for helping me out, man. Let me take one of my business cards and I'm going to put my name and the date on there, and you just give that to my employee or see Joe or whatever. And because we all work in this together. You know, there's so many mom and pop restaurants that have already closed. There's chain restaurants that have closed during all this situation. Let's not see you be the next, okay? Because problematic restaurants are gone from DoorDash so quickly. I've got rid of probably 8 restaurants total in all the time I've worked for DoorDash because they were worthless. It was same bull, different day, okay? So, please, think about the time you were setting for your order. It's real simple for you to pick what time you need to do. They have all different time slots. You can make your own. If you have a delay on an order because you got a massive emergency or you just got slammed and didn't expect it, it has a thing on there where you can put a delay time on there. But don't be calling dashers over there because you put 5 minutes time and it's going to take 30 minutes for the dasher to actually get that food in their hand and go. $3 an order. How many $3 orders do you need to get to even make minimum wage in an hour? Okay? Think about that. Think about what you're doing to the dasher unless you're going to turn around and offer them lunch or drinks while they're waiting or tip them. Well, think about it. Is it worth it to you? This is costing you more money to put out a to-go order because you can't have it ready. Yeah, there's emergencies sometimes, but not all the time. Do not put on that order 5 minutes. Do not start cooking it when the dasher gets there. That food is supposed to be ready, okay? Please understand me. It is supposed to be ready for pickup, just like if a customer came in there. That food is supposed to be ready for pickup. And you're supposed to have somebody there that can answer the questions of the dasher when they say on their checkoff list, okay, I have 2 sodas, Dr. Pepper. I have 3 fries. 1 is large. I have a steak dinner. I have a lobster dinner. I have a vegetarian meal. Make sure you got somebody there to answer those questions and verify that food before the dasher takes it. And if you're trustworthy restaurant, dashers will let you slide when their order's okay. Otherwise, you're going to trash their ratings when they bring that food to the customer and stuff is missing. Okay? Seal the bags. I don't care if you're using duct tape or what it is. Get plastic bags and tie them down. Seal them. Don't put a million things in one bag all the way to the top, because we have bags and coolers to carry stuff in. Put your cold stuff separate bag. Hot stuff in a separate bag. Don't take drinks and wrap them all up and put 2 or 3 drinks together and tie them up in a plastic bag and put tape around them because we have no place to put it. Okay? I have a drink rack in a cooler bag, and I can load a bunch of drinks in there. I can put ice creams in there. I can take the ice packs out and put hot soups in there. So don't tie all my stuff up when it comes to containers. And because we don't like to mess in our car either. You know, if we have to hit the brakes or something, all the stuff falls over and it's just weeping into the floor. It's really hard to get soda pop and coffee out of a carpet in a car. It is really bad. And anything else, your soups and all that stuff needs to be sealed real well, because that's the next problem. When that food leaks into the car, it's like old baby diapers. We don't have time to steam clean our cars. Now, I own 3 steam cleaners personally, but I don't have time to steam clean my car every day. It takes time to set all that up, and it has to dry and all that stuff. So please, 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 think about the time you're setting for your order when it says, when will the order be ready? How much time to prepare? Total preparation. Walking into the kitchen. How many orders do they have they're working on now? How long does it take to cook that one order? How long is it going to take your person to pack it up? And how long is it going to take for them to get to the dasher to hand it to them? If there's customers at cash register or whatever. Or do you have a designated thing? Do you have car hops? Do you have a shelf where you just set everything on? Some restaurants do that. They just have a shelf, and the dasher just goes in and reads all the tickets. And then they can see that, the name is clear, and they know that's the order they're taking. Okay? So, please do it right. We can all make money on this deal if you can do it right. But we're not interested in sitting around waiting on you when we can be doing other orders. We are losing money. We got to keep those wheels rolling. Okay? I'm just being straightforward, down to earth, and honest with you. Please. And any of you dashers, comment down below of some problems that you have with restaurants because the order is not ready. Okay? And you can name restaurants and cities and states where they're at. And so that people see this. Because this is ridiculous. It's not fair to, You want to make money? We do too. Don't cripple us. Because we don't feel like sitting around waiting on you. I went to one the other day twice. It was brand new on the app. And the guy paid to be on the app. And it was like I was in the parking lot 10 minutes before I even went in. Because I was doing paperwork and stuff. And then I went in, hoping to God, and the place was dead. There was no customers there at all. Hoping to God this food would be ready when I walked in the door. And guess what? And they run on the iPad. They know I'm there. And the chef was out back smoking a cigarette, out by my car, actually. And when I walked in the door and gave them the name, they started cooking the food. And now I've got to wait for them to cook the food. Now customers are starting to come in. And they're waiting on them, ringing up stuff. And I'm still waiting. I have no interest in waiting in your restaurant for this food for $3. Trust me. I do not. You need to pay me and start feeding me food while I'm waiting. So I can have my automatic lunch break. Don't do that. It doesn't mean cook the food when the dasher arrives. It means everything's supposed to be ready. Hand the bag to the dasher. They're gone. All right. Talk to you later. Let's have a great money-making day. May the money tree crash on your stage. Because we all love the tips. Love to you. Best wishes in your restaurant. Please don't close your doors. Hang in with DoorDash. We will make you money. Okay? Talk to you later. Have a great one.